What is going on, grinders? It's Chief. We're in the building. It's Take Your Pick'em. It's a new month. It's July 3rd, 2023. It is Monday. It is almost Independence Day. And thank all of you beautiful people for joining me this morning. Boom Shakalaka's in the building as usual. Thanks for joining us, my friend. And I am excited to come on and talk a few, hopefully, winners with all of you beautiful people in the industry. You guys make this industry great, and I would not be here if it were not for all of you. So we're going to kick this thing off with winning words of wisdom. And this one is coming from a lady by the name of Jennifer Hyman. And here's her quote, and I think this one is good. I think this one speaks to the masses. I think this one speaks to everyone. We're all going to have some of these experiences. This is what she says. I think that life is difficult. People have challenges. Family members get sick. People get older. You don't always get the job or the promotion that you want. You have conflicts in your life. And really, life is about your resilience and your ability to go through your life and all of the ups and downs with a positive attitude. Jennifer, you go, girl. I think that sums up anyone's life. Anyone can have these experiences as just a human being in general and take one on the chin and be able to get up off the mat and say, you know what? This isn't the best situation, but I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to continue to think positive. I'm going to continue to believe that, you know, my relative that may be a little down right now, they're going to get better. I'm going to believe that my quality of life is going to improve. I will get the promotion that I'm looking for on that job. My kid will go to college. You know, you have all of these affirmations that you talk through those. You just continue to be positive. And I'm telling you, a positive outlook can be all it takes to literally change your life. All right. So hopefully that continues to inspire people. I love winning words of wisdom. That might be my favorite segment outside of the plays. Well, there's only two segments. There's winning words of wisdom and they're the plays. So there you have it. We're going to go for our recap for last month. So if you joined us on Friday, that won't count because that was an NFL season-long show, and we won't know if that counts until the end of the NFL season. Myself, Britt Devine was on, and Britt will be with us, obviously, on, if I'm not mistaken, when NFL comes, it'll be on Tuesdays, and we'll be discussing the NFL lines that come up week to week to week. I think that show is still going to be on Tuesday, but either way, myself and Britt Devine will be here during the week for NFL at least one day a week. All right, let's go over our recap. And this is the recap for last month. So, and I am going to give out May as well, just so you can kind of see where we were. So in May, we were 42, 34, and 2. In June, we were 31, 31, and 2. And if you guys were following us, the month started out a little rocky, and then we started getting better. By the end of the month, we started sweeping. We had, I think, 3 sweeps out of the 5 days, the last 5 days of the month. And so we were really able to really bang out some nice profits as we started winding down the month. And if you stay true to your process, you should have had a profitable month. I had a very profitable month. And we've got someone here, special master of documentation. What is going on, my man? Thanks so much for joining us. So we are going to get right into the plays. Hopefully this blesses you guys and you guys are able to put a few more dollars in your pockets. And this one, look, this has been a repeat. This one has been on repeat. I'm going to go right back to it. I don't think he's getting bumped up because of some of the matchups he's been in. If you've been following this show, that's going to be Tyler Wells at 5.5 strikeouts. We want to get in on that projection, and let's talk through it because I think this is a little bit too low. Now, my anticipation, and I could be wrong, my anticipation is by the time we get to first pitch, Tyler Wells may be at 6 strikeouts, okay? And I do think that's in the cards. That's something that we've seen with him. But at 5.5, we want more than that projection. Tyler Wells has been a really good profitable pick'em square for us. As we look at Tyler Wells on the season, 26% K rate, 30% to lefties, 23% to righties. Last 30 days, 29% K rate, 37% to lefties, 21% to righties. When we look over the Yankees lineup, we do see that there are some strikeouts available. Now at the top here, we've got Gleyber Torres, who's been really good this season. At 12%, Harrison Bader at 12, Rizzo 23, Stanton 30, Bowers 27, Donaldson 29, McKinney 19, Volpe 30, Higashioka 25.7. So there's some strikeouts available here based on our projections. These are RotoGrinders projections. As you can see here, I've got my cursor hovering over that and kind of going back and forth. We've got it projected for 5.96 strikeouts. We've seen Tyler Wells pick up 67 strikeouts in most of these starts, and I'm looking for him to do something similar today. I'm not saying Tyler Wells gets out of this game without giving up runs, but I think at 5.5 strikeouts, that's definitely one. This is one that we can attack today and feel really good about it. When we look at what Tyler Wells is throwing, you'll see here, fastball, cutter, changeup, slider. Those are his main pitches. Has a really good pitch mix across the board, pretty balanced. Outside of the slider, obviously, but that's okay. That can definitely be a strikeout pitch for him. He's got the curveball working as well, but not as much as these others. So once again, I like when guys have, a good pitch mix, and we do see that from Tyler Wells here based on what we see in the numbers. And once again, the Yankees do have strikeouts available, and I do expect Tyler Wells. He's got a pretty long leash. He's anywhere between 90 and 100 pitches pretty much every game. So I don't feel like, I feel like they're going to let him go. And hopefully he pitches well today and is able to get rolling and doesn't have to get pulled early. So I really like Tyler Wells. So this is going to be one that we attack. Now, folks, this next one that is on my list, I'm going to tell you right now, full disclosure, I feel like we've missed this one almost every time. But I can't ignore what's been happening out in Houston, okay? I just can't ignore that. We've got Martin Perez. Folks, he's at 17.5 pitching outs. The Houston Astros better not make me look like an idiot today. Martin Perez, 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. So one of the things that I understand about the Houston Astros is across the season, they have actually struck out a lot more to righties than lefties. Lefties, they haven't really had too many problems. Righties has given them problems over the course of a season. But with Altuve back, and we know hopefully that we'll get Jordan back so soon, and my boy Michael Brantley. This team has started to hit the ball better. So you look here, not a lot of power, but not a lot of strikeouts, and these guys are taking walks at the top of this lineup. Enter, stage left, Martin Perez. We've got him at a 15.3% K rate on the season, 18% to lefties, 15% to righties. And in the last 30 days, 13%, 11% to lefties, 13% to righties. And Martin Perez is not a guy that typically goes deep into games, which is why I like the fact that if Houston can get some hits, all we need is for them to kind of run the pitch count up on him, 1 to 2 innings, score some runs, and Martin Perez, he will be out of here. Call me an umpire, but he'll be out. I like Houston. I like the direction of this team. I like where they're heading. What I don't like is the fact that Martin Perez continues to be able to eat away at give us short innings. If Houston can get an inning where Martin Perez gets us 20 plus pitches, 25 pitches, he gets another one of those innings where he can get 20 to 25 pitches, I will feel very confident about where we are. Either way, I think Houston has enough to knock Martin Perez out for him to not finish, 6 innings today. So, once again, I really like this. We look at what Martin Perez is throwing. He's throwing sinker, changeup, cutter, a little bit fastball, not much slider, not much curveball. So he is pitching to contact. He's also pitching to keep the ball on the ground. And, I feel like these are typically guys that I like. But Martin Perez, in his older age, I think his skills are diminishing slightly, right? So when I look at that, I see Houston, I see them turning the corner, I see them, kind of being up and coming. I like the direction of the Astros. I think this is a spot where they can get off today. Martin Perez, 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. Please, Houston, don't allow Martin Perez to make me look like an idiot yet again, full disclosure, folks, like I said, this one has been a thorn in my side, but I like this matchup. I think Houston gets it rolling yet again. Don't fret, folks. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to stay in that game, and let's go to Christian Javier. Christian Javier has been he's been unraveling. Let's use that word. He's been unraveling over the past few starts. Now, we look at our projections. We do have him projected for 5.96 strikeouts. There are more strikeouts in this lineup than probably what he's seen recently. But Javier has not been pitching well, folks, and something is wrong here. I can assure you something is wrong. So, and let's do this. Let's do a quick comparison to last season. So last season, Javier was at a 33% K rate overall, 27.9% to lefties, 39.7% to righties. Now, that was the whole season. The whole season thus far, Javier, 21.8% total, 14% to lefties, 30% to righties. However, let's look at our last 30 days, folks. My goodness. 10% K rate overall, 5% to lefties, 17.9% to righties. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm going to do a deep dive on Christian Javier and Baseball Savant and see if I can just kind of pick apart any real major changes that may be happening and then try to draw a conclusion. I don't know if you guys know my good friend, the commish, Nick out in, well, I'm not going to tell you where he is, but I'm going to reach out to my good friend Commish, and we're going to do a deep dive together. Nick is someone that I trust. We bounce ideas off of each other. I want to know what's going on with Javier. This is going to be a good project for me, side project. However, in terms of today, at 5 strikeouts, we want less than that projection. Bama, good morning. What is up, my brother? Glad to see you in the building. We want less than that projection. Something is wrong. 10% over the last 30 days, 21% even on the season. So we've seen him have big-time regression, and he's facing a hot Texas Rangers offense. Once again, there are some strikeouts in this lineup. We got Simeon at 13%, Seager at 18, Lowe at 21, Adalis at 26, Jung at 30, Heim at 18, Duran at 26, Garver at 35, Tavares at 20. But the other thing is we've seen him give up hits. We've seen him give up runs. If you're on PrizePicks, this is not going to count in the official tally. It may be advantageous to take the less than his fantasy point projection. It may be. I might roll that in one just in case he gets completely shelled yet again. But I do like the 5 strikeouts. I want less than that projection based on these numbers here. I mean, gosh, Houston, just keep making Texas, keep making contact. And I think we'll see Javier out of there really soon. So that's one that I like. Let's look at what Javier's been throwing as well. Look at that 60% fastball, 30% slider pretty much. So he's pretty much got 2 pitches. And perhaps that may be, I'm just talking through it. That may be a reason for his regression. Fastball, slider, 2 main pitches. We got to get a third pitch going for Javier, I think, if he's going to last long term. Even Spencer Strider, he's more so fastball slider, but he's going to get that third pitch going, and that's going to make him virtually unhittable. So I think that might be a part of Javier's problem. You can't survive in the major leagues over a course of all of these seasons with just 2 pitches. You're going to have to get develop a third pitch well, and perhaps that's a part of his problem. But that's just kind of getting into the weeds. So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to go by a recap. I hope we kick off the month with a sweep. We do that. We've started out on the right foot, and we can roll this thing on. And let's have a huge July. So kicking it off right out of the gate, we got Tyler Wells at 5.5 strikeouts. We want more than that projection. This is the thorn in my side, but we're getting rid of it today. We've got Martin Perez at 17.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection. We've got Christian Javier at 5 strikeouts. We want less than that projection. Folks, thanks so much for joining me on Take Your Pick'em. I'm Chief. Come in with your pockets empty. Leave with your pockets full. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. Happy 4th of July. I'll actually see you tomorrow.